We're in downtown Portland at the Portland Art Museum on the second floor in the Crumpacker Family Library. The Portland Art Museum offers free admission to children, teachers, and chaperones of school tour groups. So glad you're with us, everyone. I'm Ken Ackerman. You're watching Comcast Newsmakers. Well, this fall, 15,000 people will ascend on the city of Portland for Wordstock. Not Woodstock, this is Wordstock. For more, please welcome Greg Netzer, Executive Director of Wordstock. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, this has been going on for how long?
This will be the 7th festival that we've put on.
Now, Wordstock, it happens at the convention center.
Exactly. The primary part of it, I should back up for a second. As a festival, we have things going on all over the city for about 10 days before the weekend of the 8th and 9th. But the meat of this festival is a gigantic 2-day book fair at the Oregon Convention Center.
And will people attend locally, nationally? Where do you hope to attract your...
Kind of all of the above, really. I mean, obviously, primarily, Portland's such a city full of readers and writers, so we can get plenty of people to come just from Portland. But since this is the biggest event of its kind in the Northwest, for 1,000 miles, really, we see people coming in from all over the state, from Seattle, from Spokane. We have people coming. We have exhibitors coming from Montana. From actually, the New York Times is coming to exhibit this year, and different writing schools around the country. We get a lot of people.
Now, you mentioned you have a giant book fair, but what leads up to the book fair? Tell me about some of the other events going on.
Sure. Well, we work really hard to make this a real celebration of the literary, because there's so much activity in the Portland area that we work with a lot of other organizations to have them move some of the events that they do to about the week or 10 days beforehand, so we can showcase just the richness of all of the literary events and activity that we have here. So there will be we'll be doing some work with Miracle Theater, showing the last few days of their La Luna Nueva festival. We're doing some work with the Independent Publishing Resource Center, with Literary Arts, with the Livewire radio show. We have a special Wordstock edition of Livewire every year, which is hilarious. We're also doing some work with Oregon Humanities, with the Northwest Film Center. We'll be showing a film based on the life of Allen Ginsberg, the man who made the movie. Is going to be here at the festival to talk about that. So we've kind of got things going on everywhere.
So will you attract mostly adults, or are there kids that will get something out of this as well?
Well, I'm really glad you asked that, because it seems that you would naturally think that mostly adults would go to something like this. But the fact is that by square footage, the single biggest thing we have in this whole festival is our children's activity area and reading stage. As a matter of fact, this year we have a brand new sponsor for that area, the Knowledge Universe people, and they are helping us make this just a phenomenal activity area for kids. And because of their partnership, actually, it's free for all kids 13 and under. There's 2 full days of readings by really big name kids and middle grade writers. There's writing activities, there's reading areas, there's the Dove Lewis Read to the Dogs program is going to come, so kids can read to the dogs right there. They have a blast doing it too. It's a fantastic place for families.
Now let's jump up to the next age group.
Sure.
Are you trying to attract would-be writers, or what exactly, where's your focus?
Well, that's a really good question, because the organization, we started many years ago as a purely education organization working to teach teachers, K through 12 teachers, how to change the way that they teach writing to kids. Mm-hmm. So, when we think of what we do, we think of finding a way to show that writing can change lives, whether you are the one writing it or you're the one reading it. So, at the festival, which we consider like the best way that we can showcase that to the world, we have hundreds of people who make writing their lives, as they're providing the entertainment for all of the readers of the world. So we're showcasing them, and at the same time, we're making it possible for all of the emerging writers throughout the Portland area to study with them for a weekend, to come and take some workshops from them, to learn the tricks of their trade. So it really is kind of a little of both.
Thank you, Greg Netzer, for being with us and sharing. And we want to thank you as well. We're here at the Portland Art Museum in downtown Portland. Come on down, check it out. There's a lot to see. For the folks here at Comcast, I'm Ken Ackerman. Make it a great day.